So I just learned that 60% of content creators experience burnout in the first year. Not surprised, we are a pretty hardworking group. But I honestly believe it's because we've been told by the gurus to niche down, and that can really make us feel like we're in a cage. Think about how many channels are out there teaching you how to create a YouTube channel. And I'm asking myself, is this really their sole purpose? So they say, narrow your focus, find your brand, who's your client avatar, and all of these things feel like it's caging me in and it's putting me into a box. As creators, we're often told to narrow down our passions, create a brand, have an identity that we can share with the world that's really digestible and accessible for everybody. We're told that consistency over anything is the most important thing. I do believe that we are rewarded for repetition, but we're not rewarded as much with being reinventive. We're always scared that if we stray too far from our niche, that people are gonna leave. They're gonna unfollow and they're not gonna like what we put out there. So the pressure isn't external. I find that I ask myself, if I post this, is this part of my brand? Do you think my client avatar would love this? Will I lose followers if I shift directions? Do I need to make a new account because I have a new passion that I want to share with the world? I have felt that. I've been told to streamline. You need to pick one thing. I felt like I was leaving all the other parts of myself behind. I don't want to abandon them. I love them. So here's my truth. I'm refusing to niche down. So here's my truth. Not out of stubbornness, but more or less out of integrity. I am not just one thing. I am a lot of things. And I like being a lot of things. And I want you to be a lot of things, because the more things we have, the more abundance we have, and the more expansive we are. I'm allowed to be a mom and a psych nurse and a therapeutic arts facilitator and a healer and a motivational talker. I'm allowed to be weird and quirky and serious at times. All of the things, they're welcome. I don't want to fit myself into a category only because it sells. And I think that's the part that a lot of us may face challenges with. Instead, I'm choosing wholeness. I think you get that. I want to create from the junction where everything meets, and that's who I am. I'm the one right in the middle, and there's all these lines crossing through me. I'm the one in the middle. You're the one. That is the essence and the core. Just because you don't fit into a tiny box, just because you haven't branded or niched down on anything, doesn't mean that you have to. This is your invitation to stop asking, what is my niche? And start asking, what is my truth? I got 20 reasons why I'm not niching down. So you ready to hear some truths? Let's begin. Number 1, I am the niche. I love this one. You are the brand, your story, your demeanor, your mannerisms, all of those things. That's the niche. And we don't have to change who we are to fulfill that role. Wholeness over boxes. Now, this one makes sense, right? I'd rather be whole than a whole bunch of different boxes. And I find the more boxes I put myself in, the more confused I am, because I have to keep looking at which video or what am I talking about fits into which box. And that's super difficult, because I like to make time lapses of art versus talk about art and teach and be sharing my insights and my stories with everyone. 3, passions evolve. We're always changing. We're always growing. It's not a linear path. Just because I talk about selling on YouTube doesn't mean I'm always going to want to talk about selling on YouTube. Authenticity builds trust. I think we already know that this one works, that we'd rather watch somebody who's really authentic and true and about what they say and what they do in their life. And that helps us resonate with the person. If they're always talking about the same thing over and over again, I feel like it does get stale. But obviously, some people are really good at creating content within their genre. Energy is magnetic. I love this one. What excites you is what is going to excite other people. And your energy towards it, the more I'm into something, the more you're going to be into something. If I was talking about the same old thing, like drinking smoothies all day, you'll be like, I get it. You like to drink smoothies. Do you like to do anything else? Creativity needs freedom. I love this. This is what nature is. Nature needs freedom to grow. It doesn't want to be put in a vase, right? So grow in whatever direction that you need to. Social proof is me. I love this one because it means that whatever I've done, whether that's travel blogging or making art online or starting a nonprofit, whatever it is, it's all me. And if you end up clicking around, eventually you're going to get back to me. So I don't have to live by the brand or the name or the title of whatever I've created. And I've had a lot of personal turmoil with trying to pick just one. I believe being multi-passionate is powerful. And the reason for this is diversity. I absolutely love it. I love people who are like, I paint murals and I make beautiful gardens and I also cook and I dress up in cosplay. And I love all of those things. Those are all beautiful, authentic things that make you you. Purpose is fluid. I don't believe that we create like this. And you're like, I'm gonna do watercolor paintings for the rest of my life. Maybe it is. Maybe you are just absolutely into watercolors and there's nothing better in the entire world and you want to tell everybody about it, please do. Because we need passionate, creative people who do have a need to share that. And I'm sure you share personal stories within that and how watercolors help you. But for me, sometimes it's watercolors, and then it's mixed media, and then it's collage, and then it's acrylics, and then it's tiny paintings, and then it's big canvas paintings, and then it's live paintings, and that's also okay. And I love the fact that it's fluid. I refuse to dim my light. Now, maybe this is a little bit dramatic to say. I don't believe that picking a niche means that you dim your light, but also I understand that if you don't pick a niche, that you get to stand in your truthful power of all of the things that you find interesting to you. You know, your client avatar is going to want you to be consistent in something, but the consistency could be you standing in your light, speaking your truth all the time, including your diverse hobbies. I believe in connection over category, and it values the person more than just the specialty that they have. If we're looking for a specialty, absolutely. I want to nerd out, and yes, I want to nerd out really hard, and then I'm going to binge watch somebody's specialty channel. But I also sometimes find myself watching videos where people are just talking about their lives, and they're being really real about the fact that they're pivoting and there are things changing in their lives. And I feel like they have more of me invested in where their journey is going. Healing isn't linear. I believe art, wellness, emotion, education, and play, they all come into aspects of ourselves. And as we're moving through our creative process, whatever that is that excites us for that week or that day or the month or the year is a part of that healing journey. And it can shift as we heal different parts of ourselves. I'm not building a brand. I'm building a movement, and I've always loved this term, and I'm like, I want to build an empire of people who are moving in this direction, who understand that we don't need to fit into a category or status quo. There are people out there who respect who we are and what we're doing and how that movement incorporates into their life, or can show them there are multifaceted ways of creating and implementing an idea, which is amazing. My community will evolve with me. If anybody already knows me in the real life, I change my mind a lot. I have a lot of ideas. I am a generator, and that is something that I am very proud of, and I will not diminish that light by putting myself into a particular box. I hope that the people who follow me will also understand that that is innately who I am, and that's part of what I do. Labels can impact. Labels have an impact. If I say that I am a content creator and I help people grow their business, that is all I can talk about. My mission statement is I help people live a creative life by tapping into their creative courage. So it's open for interpretation, and it gives me a palette that I can play with. My energy is my signature, and I hope that all YouTubers out there do this. The really good ones definitely embody this piece, is that they understand that their energy, their level, their authenticity, their rawness, their vulnerability is what people are striving to connect with. And that's what they want when they're consuming your content. I believe that my energy is my signature. I'm still learning how to do this. Really good content creators are utilizing, they have this magnetic energy, they have this drive, they have this charisma, and they are able to pull people in, and they have their audience that really likes their energy. So I'm hoping to build that up and embody that more. Lastly, I am here to liberate, not conform. I really love the idea of stepping out of the constructs of any algorithms. I still have a client avatar that I speak to. I have still done that homework piece, but there is something about not conforming, and I hope that lights the other person on the other side, my client avatar, my beautiful person that I'm always talking to, that they have the ability and the permission to not conform. After sharing my 20 reasons, I hope that you have some understanding on why I've decided not to choose my niche. It's not for a lack of focus. I'm still consistent in my work and what I do and what I'm passionate about, but I'm taking the constructs of this box away. That I'm letting myself do exactly what excites me every single day, and I hope that it resonates with the people that are out there. And guess what? Freedom resonates with me. That's what I want. I want freedom. I'm not trying to please anyone. I'm just showing up as my full, authentic self. And because of this, I've been able to do hybrid workshops and think outside of the box and incorporate different modalities into my work. And it's been so inspiring. It's so expanding. It feels so abundant for me. And that's what I'm really hoping to continue to cultivate by choosing not to pick a particular niche. I'd rather be whole than polished. I'd rather reach fewer people and never wear a mask. So no, I'm not niching down. I am going to embrace all of the layers of me. So does any of this feel familiar to you? Do you resonate at all? If you do, I'd love to keep this conversation going. Drop a comment below. If you liked what you saw, hit subscribe. If not, that's cool too. See you in the next video.